The ebook reader market has changed a whole lot over the past couple of years, but some people would argue that there's still no device better for shrinking down the big pile of books in your library so that you can take them to the beach or on a plane or on a train. And it's certainly true that ebook readers look just as good in direct sunlight as they do in dim bedrooms thanks to innovative backlighting. This is the Kobo Aura H2O, one of the newest ebook readers out there. It's a refresh of last year's model, but with a couple of key improvements. At almost $200 though, it's just short of the cost of the new Apple iPad. And at that price, is it really worth it?
It's 2017, and the market for ebook readers isn't what it once was. In 2014, just 3.8 million ebook readers shipped worldwide, compared to the nearly 10 million iPads Apple shipped last year. But the market for e-readers isn't dead yet, and Kobo is leading the pack. Its new Aura H2O, a refreshed edition of last year's model, packs appreciable improvements. We took it for a spin to see if the changes were enough to warrant the $180 asking price. The Kobo H2O Aura won't be mistaken for a Kindle anytime soon. It has a distinct, angular design that's a little more aggressive. It's comfortable in the palm though, and exceptionally light. The bezels provide ample room to rest your thumbs, but we would have liked to see Kobo trim them a bit. Otherwise, the Aura hasn't changed that much. It has the same waterproof design, the same backlit screen, the same processor, and even a lot of the same software. But that's not a bad thing. Just like last year's Aura, Kobo's new ebook reader is completely waterproof. It ships with the company's patented HZO protection, which theoretically provides up to 30 minutes of protection at a depth of 3 feet. That said, we wouldn't recommend trying to use the Aura H2O underwater. The screen becomes unresponsive and has trouble registering touches until it's completely dry. We're pleased to report that the Aura H2O screen is just as crisp and sharp as last year's model. The resolution and pixel density is unchanged. You're looking at a 265 ppi here, and more than sharp enough for most books. The Kobo features the same comfort light technology as the previous generation, which produces an even, bright, tonally consistent light across the Aura H2O's entire screen. It also boasts a natural light feature, which adjusts the screen's hue to minimize eye strain. We found the bedtime feature, which automatically switches the screen to warmer, non-blue hues at a specified time, to be a nice touch. Driving the Aura H2O's display is the same processor as last year's model and double the memory, but despite the upgrades, the Aura H2O performed worse than we expected. In our testing, it took longer than Amazon's entry-level Kindle to load books, and the Aura sometimes stuttered in menu screens. One major improvement, though, is the internal storage. The new Aura H2O can store twice as many books as last year's model, thanks to 8 GB of memory, up from 4. Kobo said it can store up to 6,000 ebooks. One of the most appealing things about ebook readers is their fantastic battery life, and the new Aura H2O doesn't disappoint. We tested the Aura H2O for about a week, using it for 30 minutes to an hour each evening with the brightness set to about 50% and Wi-Fi enabled. By day 5, the battery life had dipped to about 56%, which is a good sign. The easiest way to load books onto the Aura H2O is over Wi-Fi via Kobo's store. It boasts about 5 million titles, the company says. The Aura H2O also supports third-party ebook formats. If you connect it to a PC via microSD cord, you can transfer books in a variety of formats from your computer's hard drive. The Aura H2O's software is intuitive for the most part. We especially like the universal search feature, which trawls through the Aura H2O's online store, offline downloads, saved annotations, and built-in dictionary for book titles, authors, series, and ISBN numbers. The Aura H2O's activity feature gamifies your reading. You can see stats like how many minutes you've spent reading each day of the week, how many pages you average a minute, and how much progress you've made in your current ebook. The Aura H2O is every bit as good as last year's model, but that's not good enough. It may have a higher resolution screen than Amazon's comparable Kindle, but it's also much more expensive, and the performance issues we encountered make it even tougher to recommend.
That's not to say that ebook readers don't have their place, but for the reasons we mentioned, it's tough for us to recommend the Kobo Aura H2O.